Welcome back. In this video, we're going to answer the big questions about Neuroptimal, so let's get to it.
Neuroptimal was invented by clinical psychologists, the goal being to design a system that would be within the reach of all people and not just specialists. Our motivation was simple: to make meaningful impact on the world by transforming lives for the better. The Neuroptimal model is grounded in rigorous science and mathematics, ensuring that its methods are not just effective, but also rooted in established principles. Even though a lot of science and software engineering exists under the hood, the beauty and true genius of the Neuroptimal system is that it really is accessible to everyone, no matter who they are.
That's right, Alex. And the company has really grown very organically since then. The system initially found its user base among psychologists who incorporated it into their practice. Subsequently, it gained popularity in wellness centers, and eventually individuals started purchasing it for their own personal use. Following this trend, people started building their own businesses centered around Neuroptimal. We'll talk more about that later.
Okay, let's jump to some frequently asked questions.
Alex, do you need a professional to supervise your sessions?
No, you don't need a professional or anyone else for that matter to supervise or run your sessions for you. Just start.
Am I going to be smart enough to understand this, and how long will it take me to learn?
Let's clear the air here. Neuroptimal is designed for everyone. No special expertise or degree is needed to use it. The process is straightforward. Sensors are placed, earbuds are used for the auditory feedback, and the program is started, which handles everything else. It's really that easy. Is this a one-size-fits-all system?
This is a bit of a misconception. Some people think it's a one-size-fits-all in a bad way, but in reality, it's a one-size-fits-all in a good way. So yes, everyone hooks up the same. Everyone starts the sessions the same, which is the good way because it offers simplicity. But every session is 100% tailored to the individual that it's hooked up to because it's looking at their live EEG moment to moment. When will I start seeing a change, and what kind of changes can I expect?
That's an impossible question to answer because everyone is different. We've developed tools actually to help you track your own shifts, since you would be the best judge of that. Is this good for someone with life challenge X, Y, or Z?
This is a question we get asked a lot. It's very important to note that Neuroptimal is a training and not a treatment. It offers information to the brain that helps promote healthy brain function. So when a brain starts functioning more optimally or efficiently, people do notice that some of these challenges do tend to fall away. How many sessions do I need?
That's a little bit like asking how many yoga classes do I need. Everyone's experience is different, so the best way to look at it is that you're training for continual improvement. How old does a person need to be, and who is Neuroptimal safe for?
Neuroptimal is safe for everyone. I've heard stories of a 5-day-old baby doing sessions and a 100-year-old person doing sessions. It's even safe to run sessions while you're pregnant, which is what I did. My line of thinking was, what better way to approach the exhaustion, uncertainty, huge range of emotions, etc., during and after pregnancy than with the perfectly finely tuned brain. How much does it cost, and how can I get started?
If you're looking to try just a few Neuroptimal sessions, we have an expansive network of trainers all over the world. If you're looking to invest in a system yourself, we have a wide range of options that can suit every budget. So we encourage you to visit neuroptimal.com. If you're someone who's thinking, look, I just want the number, it's all right there on the website. Just go to the website and check it out. Sam, what are the sensors for?
The sensors pick up the EEG data of the brain. There's nothing going into your brain by way of the sensors. It's just a one-way connection to the computer. The feedback comes out through auditory interrupts in the sound that plays during a Neuroptimal session. Let's round this topic out with some facts. What does our community of users look like today?
The Neuroptimal community is filled with all types of people: moms and dads, children, teachers, students, psychologists, chiropractors, executives and biohackers. I mean, the list goes on. Can you think of some?
Retirees, the elderly, doctors, naturopaths, sports teams, competitors, artists, dancers, Olympic and professional athletes, anyone with a brain.
Neuroptimal isn't a fleeting trend. With over 20 years on the market, Neuroptimal is trusted around the world by thousands of trainers from over 75 countries. Millions of sessions completed worldwide is proof of the continuously growing movement of people wanting to experience the benefits of training their brain with NeurOptimal. Sam, you had a NeurOptimal practice for many years. Now, before we move on, I would love if you could share a story with us.
There was this one woman actually that was just very, very afraid, or it would raise a lot of anxiety for her to go out and do simple things, or things that we consider really easy, like shopping in a large store. A couple of weeks into her sessions, she sent me a text just saying, "Oh my God, I'm standing here in the middle of Walmart shopping, and I just realized that I'm feeling no anxiety, and I'm here and I'm okay." And so it's things like that that really keep me going, because, you know, it sounds like a small thing, but it's actually a really, really big thing in her life. Like, imagine how limiting that is on your life. You know, you're afraid to go to a store, so you can't do groceries.
Right.
If you want to do groceries, you got to figure, you know, are you ordering them online, or you have to get a friend to go get them for you, or being able to overcome something that we might consider this really simple thing. That's what's so rewarding about this work.
Can you think of any other stories?
Well, I mean, I've worked with a lot of children, and I find that actually a lot of times when working with the kids, it almost turns into like a copy and paste. Typically, it'll be that they're having trouble at school and things are not going well. The teachers are getting frustrated with them. They can't handle them in class. The other children don't really want to be friends with them because they're kind of a pain to hang around with. Actually, there was one just recently where she said that her child was failing last year, and now he's been doing sessions, and now he's getting 90s in class. He was in special classes for kids that were having trouble. And that teacher from that class actually told the mom that they're waiting for the report card now to see, because she thinks that he doesn't belong. Imagine, you know, you're that child and your identity, you're growing up and you're sort of growing up thinking that you're this child that belongs in one of those classes. And so there's a certain way, I guess, that you kind of might be seeing yourself. And maybe there's, unfortunately, but maybe there are other children in the classes that are seeing you in a certain way because of this thing that you have to do. And then now all of a sudden, that's not you anymore. It's not your identity.
Interesting. And it's interesting because the way you told that story, it's not just the person who did the sessions, but the way that it impacted their life also impacted the lives of the others, right? The parents and the teachers.
Absolutely.
So that has got to be a shift for them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a big advocate of, when running children, run at least one of the parents as well.
So if the child needs help, maybe the parent needs help in helping the child.
Yeah, and it also helps the child see that, you know, I'm not a weird one that needs to do sessions. You know, everyone does it, because anyone with a brain should be doing it, in my opinion. Everyone should be assigned one of these systems at birth, the way I see it. So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's an amazing story. We actually have all sorts of stories like that available at the website. We have a little video series of client stories and success stories. So feel free to go check them out.
If you're eager to start training your brain, we won't keep you waiting. In the next video, we'll discuss business opportunities with NeurOptimal, where you can earn a living by helping others train their brain. To get your own system or to give it a try, visit neuroptimal.com or check out the last video for more details on beginning your NeurOptimal journey.